Welcome back to Get Your Man On. This is Evan Bass, author of Finish Strong, Dan Green, here with us today. Well, this is just, I'm loving talking about fatherhood, finishing strong, and just how important it is to, redefine what finishing strong can look like in any circumstance. Because, I mean, how many failures? I mean, I've had some divorces. I mean, I've had lots of personal failures and professional failure. I don't know. I feel like I've lived 1,000 lifetimes of failures, and so to hear stuff like this, where at any given point, you're stuck in a mud puddle. Probably feels like you're going to finish last.
Yep.
And you say, I'm going to redefine what it means to finish strong, and I'm going to have the best. And then you end up winning the whole race. Like, that is freaking amazing.
I know, it's almost unbelievable, but it's God's honest truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I taught myself a lesson that day.
Yeah. You can find his book on simpletruths.com. Thomas Nelson, there's a faith-based version of it. Amazon as well, probably some copies on there. Dan, what's your favorite story from this book? There's a bunch of really great stories. I love the miracle story is one of my favorites.
Yeah,
but what's your favorite?
I think they all have a special place in my heart. But one of the most amazing stories that I bet you most of the folks listening have not heard of, that they need to go buy my book and read, or you can Google it online. Is the story of Ernest Shackleton. He was a British explorer back in the early 1900s, and he wanted to be the first to cross Antarctica. And he was famous back then. I mean, he was knighted. He was a pretty big deal, and so he set out with 27 other sailors one day on the ship called the Endurance, and 4 days into their trip, they got stuck in the ice. And which is an uncommon in those expeditions, I read, but the ice continued to compress the ship.
Can you imagine? Oh my God.
And so they got out of the boat and they got onto the ice, and 10 months later, the ship ended up getting crushed and sinking into the Antarctic. So they're 10 months into this thing. At this point, it's not going to be about crossing Antarctica. It's about how do we get back to England. So they spent another 8 months on that ice floe until the spring came, and it melted and it cracked, and they all abandoned into boats, sailed for 8 days to a little rock called Elephant Island, hung out on that island at 20-degree below temperatures for another 4 months before Shackleton decided we're not going to make it. And so he took a boat, and this is actually one of the greatest nautical successes in all maritime history. He sailed from that Elephant Island to South Georgia Island, which was 800 miles, which is like if you were standing on the 50-yard line with a dart, and there was a golf ball on the goalpost, and you were throwing a dart, the same odds of hitting that golf ball with a dart he had to reach that island. And they made it to the island. So now we're 18 months into this adventure. He lands on the island. It takes him 4 more months before he can get back and rescue the guys on Elephant Island. So in terms of finishing strong, this guy, he rescued them. Every single person survived a 2-year, almost 2 years on the ice. So it's Ernest Shackleton. The Endurance is a great story. No, they ate the dogs that were sled dogs. They needed food, so that's not a fun part of it. And they had to kill the cat that was the captain of the boat. And there's some things about it that weren't good, but they survived. They finished strong. But they redefined their goal. They weren't going to cross Antarctica anymore. No, they were just going to survive.
Yeah,
and through his leadership, they did that.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, talking about finishing strong, and you talked about your testosterone replacement journey, which again you've been doing for longer than most people. Again, it's recently gotten hot.
Yeah,
past 5-6 years. You started in 2011.
Yep.
And what was it like getting treated for testosterone in 2011 versus what it's like today?
In 2011, you know, there was the whole plethora. There was a whole package of opportunities back then that you know, they wanted you with DHEA. They wanted you with porcine, which is actually a thyroid made from pigs, and there was all kinds of stuff happening, and I kind of fell into that. But and then they also prescribed it with as a cream, which I wish I was doing the, you know, injections back then.
Right.
I would have been way more successful, but I was still successful with the cream, but not until, you know, the last 3 years did I start, you know, with the injections, and it's made a big difference. It's just, I got energy. You know, for a guy my age, I carry a little bit more muscle than most average guys my age, and just got energy, feel good, you know. Need a girlfriend now.
Ladies, you heard it. We're getting your man on with Dan Green. Very, he is ready to mingle, folks. Yeah, no.
That was a shameless ploy on my part.
No, I like it. I like it. What's your social media?
That's right.
I love it. What are you looking for in your next relationship?
I'm looking for a fit, fun, honest, wealthy woman.
Okay. Yes, I like that. And I mean, what's the dating journey been like for you so far?
Oh boy, you know, I've only been divorced 3 years, so I had a 26-year marriage.
Wow. Yeah.
And just, you know, came to an end like some things do. We're still very good friends, great relationship, but just things ended, and so I'm new to the dating scene for the most part. The online stuff is just.
Are you doing the apps?
I did the apps. Yeah. Well, I'm off right now. I'm taking a break.
Yeah. What's it like?
It's exhausting. Come on. It's like, you know, that phone just talks to you all the time. Look at me. Look at me. Maybe somebody's going to like you. Look at me, you know. And I've met some really neat people. I've had some really good dates.
You got a bad date story?
No.
Really?
No, I don't have a bad date story.
That's awesome.
No. Everybody represented themselves well, which was always a concern. So that's not true. Some of them didn't look like the pictures, but you know, they were still nice people.
That's a thing.
It is. I'm sorry.
The filters are a thing.
I don't understand that. I'm like,
isn't that interesting? Or is it because they used pictures from like a long time ago, or is it because they like used how are they?
They're old pictures.
Old pictures.
Yeah. I'm like, why are you doing that? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's tough. I don't know why. Like, you're gonna like. Do they think they still look like that, or I don't know. I mean, like, you know, we're all about transparency here and authenticity,
right?
And finishing strong. You know, why go back to the past? Let's deal with what you are right now and move on.
That's right.
Dan, thank you so much for being with us. Will you come back on? I'd love to talk more with you about.
I would love to.
About this stuff, about Finish Strong 2 and
Finish Strong 2. Yeah.
The Patriots may pick up the book.
No deal.
You're awesome. If you want to find Finish Strong, go to simpletruths.com. You can go to Thomas Nelson for the faith-based version. Dan, incredible guy. Go to getyourmanon.com to book an appointment to talk more about testosterone, erectile dysfunction, men's sexual health. We got you taken care of. Thank you again. Next week, fitness, random rants. Really excited. Same time, same place. See you then.